Today, we are celebrating the 28th Sunday of Online Time ESC, and our theme is that God restores us to grace. Chronic and incurable diseases, hunger, shame, poverty, disaster, and sin can cause us disgrace, lose our dignity, and feel isolated from the rest. But our readings today give us a sure confidence of regaining our original grace from disgrace to grace. In our first reading from the book of Second Kings chapter 5, we had the story of Naaman, who was an army commander, but was a leper. At the word of God through prophet Elisha, he was cured of his leprosy and restored back to his original state. And the word of God tells us that his flesh looked like that of a young boy. In our gospel today, we have the story of the 10 lepers who met Jesus on his way to Jerusalem through Samaria and Galilee. When they heard that he was Jesus, they cried out in a loud voice, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on us." And his response was, "Go and show yourself to the priests." And on their way, they were healed. And only one returned back to God, giving thanks with a loud voice. When we look at our background of today's reading, the first reading here, Naaman, who was an army commander of the king of Aram. He was highly esteemed, highly respected by his masters. And at his hand, the Lord brought victory to the Aram. But amidst all that, he had his weakness. His weakness was leprosy. In our gospel, we hear the 10 lepers, and he just told them to go and show themselves to the priests, and only one returned. We can ask ourselves a question: why did only one return and then 9 did not return? Now the background is that 9 were Jews and 1 was a Samaritan. Now, when Jesus told them to go and show themselves to the priest, the 9 Jews went to Jerusalem, to the temple, because that's where the priest was staying. Now, the other one who was a Samaritan, their capital and the temple was in Samaria. It had been destroyed the previous year. He realized he had nowhere to go. He realized Jesus Christ was the new priest. So he came back and to recognize Jesus, that Jesus was the new priest. And that's why the other 9 did not recognize Jesus as the new priest. They still went to the temple in Jerusalem to show themselves to the old priests. What lessons do you draw from our day's readings? You might be a strong person, highly esteemed, highly respected, like Naaman, but you may have your own weakness. And that is where you need the Lord to intervene in your life so that your life may be made better. Think of that weakness. Maybe poverty, maybe cancer, maybe any disease. And that is now that leprosy becomes one of the examples of the human weakness that we have. The 10 lepers and Naaman represent me and you. You might have no leprosy is gone, but your weakness that I have and you have, that's where we need to cry out to Jesus. Say, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on me." It might be unemployment. That's where you need to cry out, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on me." And our readings help us to learn that the encounter with God, with the servants of God, should not leave us the same. Naaman encountered the man of God, Elisha, and his situation changed for good. The other 10 lepers met Jesus, and their situation met for good. We do meet the Lord in his word. We meet the Lord in the person of the priest. We meet the Lord in the Eucharist. My dear brother, my dear sister, can you cry out to him, "Jesus, have mercy on me. Have mercy on my family. Have mercy on your marriage, which seems not to be working. Have mercy on your children. Have mercy on your job place. Have mercy on my life." And our lives, all the things we put in before Jesus, will change for good. It is important also to be obedient to God, obedient and take rightful instruction given to us with one heart. Naaman was given instruction to go and wash himself 7 times in Jordan River. And at first he complained, but later he was encouraged. He went and followed the instruction. He was washed and he got healed. The 10 lepers were told, "Go and show yourselves to the priests And on the way they realized it, they were cured. If these people did not follow the instruction, they would have missed out. There are many instructions sometimes that were given, even by experts in the medical area, in the academia world, in the doctors, even our church leaders. They say, please follow this route. We need to be obedient and abide, because in following rightful advice, there are good things that come with it. We can also appreciate the power of the word of God. The man of God, Elisha, only used the word, go and wash yourself 7 times in the river Jordan. Likewise, Jesus used the power. He said, go and show yourselves to the priests. That's we learn that we need to accompany our daily prayers with the word of God, because the word of God is healing. It is powerful, because we see what he did this one here. And the word of God is alive and kicking sharper than a 2 double-edged sword. My brother, my sister, learn to accompany your prayer with the word of God. And our readings also challenge us to recognize that Jesus is the new priest. And we have not to go anywhere else. We need to follow the example of this Samaritan. That whenever I'm in any problem, I go to this new priest who is Jesus Christ and tell him, Jesus, this is what has happened to me. He will give us good news. And our readings also challenge us to have a deep sense of gratitude. And when something good, extraordinary has happened to us, that we be with a heart of thanksgiving. This one leper came back and to appreciate Jesus. This man also had a thanksgiving. My brother, my sister, can we all learn to be with a heart of thanksgiving and gratitude? We also learn that salvation, that God's salvation is for all. It is not limited to one tribe, to one people, to one color. The man was a foreigner. The other leper who came was the Samaritan, was not a Jew. And when God was saying, go, all of them are blessed. My dear, salvation is for all of us. God is for all of us. Can we be able to respond positively? We also challenged to make our prayer, to make our genuine prayer whenever we come to the presence of the Lord. If no man didn't approach the man of God for prayer, would have missed healing. If these 10 lepers did not cry out, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us, they would have missed. My brother, my sister, don't enter the church and let's sit and look like you're an observer. No, make that honest prayer. Make that genuine prayer to God, and God will be able to respond to your prayer. What brought Jesus was to restore us to grace, which we had lost through a sin of Adam. Naaman was sick and he was restored to full health. The 10 lepers were sick, they were restored to full health. Jesus can restore all of us to full health, can restore us to grace, can restore us to better position, can restore our jobs, can restore your marriage, and many other things. We need to constantly cry to him, Jesus, Master, have mercy on me. And also look at using any opportunity, because the Naaman used the opportunity and the 10 lepers used the opportunity. My brother, never should you allow the opportunity to be better to pass by you. The Lord be with you.